Why do we care about game sense? Why is it when you watch a tutorial on YouTube from your favorite YouTuber about ranking up out of plat, out of diamond, out of champ, they always talk about game sense and rotations? And why don't they talk about, being faster and being able to do flip resets and air dribbles and all this stuff, right? And there's a few things behind that. Firstly, having game sense is much easier than all those mechanics. And at the end of the day, when it comes to mechanics versus game sense, mechanics will win you games, but game sense is going to rank you up and going to keep you in that rank. Eventually, people are going to save those flip resets. Eventually, people are going to save those air dribbles. Today's replay, sent in by Saucy here, we're going to look at a Champ 1 level gameplay in twos, and we're going to see a lot of, I would say, game sense mistakes. And we're going to see why it's so important, right? I would say Saucy is a very mechanically stable Champ 1 player. He definitely has mechanics to be a Champ 1, maybe a Champ 2, but why is he not there yet, right? And it's all going to come down to game sense. So we're going to get right into it. Hope you had a great holidays, by the way. Firstly, we're going to see like a very fast kickoff, right? Other side had a fast kickoff as well. And then we have a little bit of a, as we turn out of this boost, right, we turn upfield. So we turn upfield expecting the ball to kind of be coming to the middle, but then our teammate just gets straight up dunked. So now there's just, we've already lost so much ground here that's gonna be impossible to get back in time. And then I think it hit the post, so that's just unfortunate. Like, it hit the post and came out in a weird angle. So Saucy had a hard time reading that. I think I would have a hard time reading that too. That's unfortunate. So again, good kickoff. I would say with this one, we need to slow it down a little bit to see exactly what went wrong. Right, let's go to 50. Let's go 25%. As we jump, as you can see, we're way on the right side of the ball and not behind it. So we get there fast, but then we pinch it back in a way that pushes the ball back towards our net. So just a little bit of a misplay on the kickoff, but I mean, nothing too serious there. Teammates there to help assist. Good plays, and then just good shadow defense. Let's just chill out. We know we're not gonna be able to beat anybody to these balls. Boom. Nice touch, great demo, and very easy goal. So this is what I'm saying, right? This is using our brain. This is using game sense. We're in a shadow position. We're not really threatened by what Orange team is doing. And we end up getting a really solid challenge. Now this is where our mechanics come into play a little bit. Recover well, our teammate demos. Now it's just time to simply put it into the net, right? Coming from a great positioning, good shadow defense, we get an easy goal. And that's what Champ 1 is all about. It's about taking your time and waiting for those easy goals to come. You can't rush things. You can't be too crazy. Like, here's a great example of that, right? We're gonna watch from Tay's perspective here, right? Tay just jumps out of nowhere for no reason, right? This is being too mechanical. This is being reliant too much on mechanics, right? They think the ball's gonna bounce out. They completely disregard the fact that there is a blue defender right underneath that ball about to touch it, right? There is a straight up blue defender right underneath that ball, but they are reading it bouncing off there and bouncing up like this, and they want to do their cool new aerial, whatever they learned, right? It's just simply not how you win games in Champ and Diamond and Plat, is by out mechanicking. I guess that's a word. Out mechanicking, outplaying, you're not going to outplay a team like that. You need to outplay them with your brain, outplay them with smart positioning. Right? That's what I meant when I said, mechanics will win you games, but they're not going to keep you at a rank or get you to a rank. You can be super good at flip resets, but at some ranks, somebody's going to learn how to outplay them. Good here, good patience. Let this ball come to your corner. Nothing threatening yet. And good extra touch there. It was a little, I would say, it's a little dangerous still because you're kind of playing into the middle of the field. I would have liked to see you curl this ball back around the corner, going back up the sidewall. We definitely want to be pushing this ball We definitely want to get this ball going this way, up the wall, off the sidewall. We don't want to let this ball get too deep where we have to pop it to the middle of the field. That's where dangerous things can happen. So that's what kind of happens. We don't get around it fully. And that's kind of an anticipation thing. You gotta be comfortable getting up on around that corner on the wall there. You do a good job keeping with it. Now let's see what our rotation is here. It's a little awkward, and you can tell because you don't jump for this right away, right? You can tell that you want to go for this ball, but you're just too far underneath it, and it seems like you are not confident quite yet to go for this. If you're ever in a position like this, where, you know, we are looking at this ball, and we are directly underneath it, in this position, right? That ball is pretty well above us, and that's hard for us to go for. I'm trying to get a good angle here. I would say just rotate out, right? Let's just rotate. Look at this. Look at this camera work. Let's just rotate around and get deeper where we can see that ball better. Get back into this net more and wait and get where you can see the ball better and have a better angle at it, and you don't have to waste so much boost. Because ultimately, let's get back into actual view here of Saucy. Ultimately, if you just let this ball go, I mean, they're just going to play it out to the middle and your teammate's going to clear it. So might as well just get behind your teammate. If it's awkward, just get more space. Just get more space. Sometimes you can't do that. You don't have the luxury, but that was a time where you had the luxury. That ball wasn't going in your net. You could just back off a little bit. Here we go. Get a lot of boost. Let me go back. I want to see where you get all your boost. So you got a full boost pad there. We have 80 boost. In general, as we're floating this way, if we have a lot of boost, we should stick to little boost pads, because we want to leave these middle boosts for our teammate to come get boost and support us, right? So you're kind of being a little boost hungry, right? We have 80, 74 boost now, and we go steal 100 boost, right? Well, now our teammate has no boost and is trying to rotate up that side of the field. So any play we get off here, like if our teammate had 100 boosts, maybe they could have went for this or went for the follow-up here instead of being super deep. So something to think of. I would say, and this is unfortunate, right? This isn't something we want to think about. It does look like our friend here is getting a really clean beat. So I see why you turned up field for this. But it's very unfortunate that he whiffed. And it's like, you kind of turned too much. You reacted too much to it, where it's like, they missed. Maybe it's just time to go. You had a nice block initially, but it just wasn't quite enough, especially after getting demoed, and your teammate couldn't get back in time. It was quite unfortunate. Like, those are unfortunate. Your teammate whiffed. I don't want to say anticipate the whiff, because it looked like you had a clean beat, but, you know, sometimes it's difficult, and our teammates whiff. And that's a sucky advice, but it's something you have to kind of live with. Our teammate's also a little ball chasey, right? So we just need we have ball chasey teammates, or teammates who like to go for the ball a lot. We just need to give them love, give them a little space. Play the midfield a lot more. Let them run around, do their thing, and then try to facilitate their ball chasiness by, you know, long passes out to the middle. Let them be ball chasey, but support them in the right way. You're not going to stop someone from being ball chasey. So here he is running around, and we're doing a good job. We're kind of hanging back. A little bit of a confidence thing, right? You obviously wanted to control this ball, right? So as we get here, it's just super awkward, and you're not deep enough, I'd say, to fully turn around and go for this the way you want to. If that hit that ball off this wall and it comes off at an angle where it's pretty like sharp and it's going to your corner, I would say, you know, really rotate around and get a good run up to actually turn around for this ball and hit it hard, or find a way to get on the edge of this ball on this side and just take it to your corner, and then turn around at your corner and take it back up the wall. But the main thing is, we want to take this ball back up this wall, or we want to take it to their backboard somehow, right? These are pretty safe options. We definitely don't want to pop this to the middle, even if we're going to try to air dribble it. If it goes straight out to the middle and you try to air dribble it still, it's pretty easy for someone to come in and challenge that and take the ball away from you, versus if we take it towards their net or to your corner. So that's what you do. You try to air dribble it, and they just come in out of nowhere, right? If you would have had a better air dribble too, it might have helped, but overall, you know, let's keep that ball out of the midfield if we're not ready to attack, if we're just trying to kill time. Good. Let's give our teammates some love. Back off. Beautiful. And then you try to shoot this ball on net, which is fine. I think in general this is a great attempt to go for this ball, go shoot at this. But I would say is there a better option instead of just trying to shoot this ball? And I would say yes, there is. And the better option would be to try to dribble this ball. Try to catch it off this bounce instead of trying to hit it off the bounce. Try to catch it and then drive it into the net. Because realistically, this guy's momentum's going this way. He's kind of out of the play for a little bit. We don't know where the other defender is, so you probably have a lot of time, realistically, where this net is open. So let's get underneath this ball and try to dribble it. Or at least get on it and double jump tap and try to put it off the wall and recover well and go for it again. Going for a flip and shooting it, it just puts you out of the play. Like, you're never going to get a follow-up, right? Your teammate might be able to get around and try to play it, but it's just slower than you dribbling it yourself, you know? And I can't say for certain if you could have gotten to this and actually dribbled it. Possibly, you know? When I first saw it, maybe the dribble would have worked, but I can't tell when it's exactly going to hit the ground, you know? And if you would have waited, if this defender here would have had time to get this boost and turn around. There's a lot of variables to this play. But, you know, always think about times where we can dribble it, right? Ultimately, the shot's not a bad shot. It just went a little short. Didn't quite get there. Good, and then this is again what we're talking about, not hitting the ball to the middle and not having a follow-up, right? So this ball is kind of floating. I would say we need to do probably a catch here, right? Let this ball get over here. Let this ball kind of get close to the wall and then touch it off the wall. Worst comes to worst, we're going to have to 50 this guy, but at least a 50 isn't a clean pass to our guy here, right? It's dangerous. This isn't a great spot. If we're gonna hit this, we want to hit it somehow in a way that either puts it to the side here or to the side over here and not let this guy have a straight shot right in the middle. There's a lot of options. There's a lot of places we can put it, but in general, and with this ball, we do not want to put it anywhere in this short part of the field or in the midfield. This ball needs to go sidewall and have it roll up the sidewall, or bounce high off the sidewall and kind of come out like this, or it needs to go opposite corner or opposite sidewall, right? Can't put this ball in the middle of the field because that's where we get easy shot attempts from our opponents. Good pressure. Orange side didn't coordinate very well. Great job as the first man. Just forcing them to make a play, right? That's what we want for our first man. Get up. It's awkward. You're not going to touch the ball, but we're number one. We got to get up there, and we need to just make this guy do something. And that's exactly what you do, which is great. Get up there, make him do something. Your teammate's just able to get a save. A little bit awkward, both going for the same boost. Probably the better play. You know, it's tough. Maybe your teammate just shouldn't rotate to that corner, but it's what happens. It's tough. Teammate clears it well. Let's get on the goal line more, right? We're not protecting anything with this rotation. You like the guy go past, but like let's get this little boost and anticipate a shot, right? Little boost, do like a little S, anticipate a shot, actually protect the net. Because we kind of float outside the net, you know, we're not really defending anything, and we're kind of thinking our teammate's going to get something, like get a touch or get something. It's not going to happen. So, being on that goal line is really, really effective. I'm going to see where this one. So this is what I mean by giving our teammates some love, right? We're just getting way too deep, right? We're getting way too deep up here with our teammate still in the corner, especially since we know his tendency is to be ball chasey, right? So we can probably safely assume he's probably going to go back for this. We need to figure out what this guy is doing so that we can act accordingly depending on what he does, right? We gotta get too far forward, and then our teammate turns like we thought. Turns like I said, right? He's ball chasey. He's gonna touch the ball if he can. He's not gonna think about what it means or what it does. But if we were a little deeper, maybe we could have went for this. Or maybe we could have been in a better spot to try to save this. So, I hate saying it, but you just gotta play super defensive and play back, right? We gotta play midfield. We gotta ball hawk. We gotta wait for those easy opportunities. Our teammates aren't going to make it easy on us. They're going to go for crazy stuff. They're going to go for ceiling shots that they've probably hit once or twice in free play, right? And then pass it directly to the other team. Put you in a spot where you almost get demoed. What are you going to do, right? Little bit of a mistouch. We want to get that ball hit harder. So, you know, wall hits are probably something to practice a little bit. And then, yeah, they finally end up scoring here. I kind of, you know, we have this hit. And as soon as we land, we need to turn around. We need to get back to the net. I don't know exactly what you were doing, because you just kept driving straight and then drove up the wall. And then they're actively putting the ball into your net. Like, you know, a little bit more intention there. Let's get around. Let's go save this ball. I mean, at this point, though, that's tough. You're probably not going to make it back in time anyways, but, you know, if our teammate does make a nice save, we're not going to be doing much on the sidewall either. Get the boost. Good challenge. Let's support our teammate. That works out. He whiffs, we read it, but we're both... This is a tough play, and this is where we need to play to what our teammate's doing, right? Our teammate's ball chasey. Our teammate likes to throw away possession. Our teammate likes to do a lot of things that aren't great. So we need to play a little bit more safe. If I see a guy about to roll this ball up this wall, and we have another defender coming up the wall too, I am assuming he's getting dunked, and I'm assuming this ball is coming off my back wall or around the corner towards my net. So, I mean, in this spot, I almost think we got to rotate and be on the goal line. We got to go fight for the net first. We got to go fight through the net, right? We got to go this way, protect the net, and then evaluate and go upfield. It sucks. It's not a fun, like, it's not, like, obviously that's not how you want to play. But if we're going to deal with this teammate, that's something we might have to do. And look, he turns, and we turn, and we flip to go make up time. So let's look at it from Serenity's point of view. He let this ball go away. He still has plenty of boost. This is kind of his sector of the field now, right? We know he's in the corner. This is kind of his sector of the field. This right side of the field. This is why I also want you to play through the net. So now that this is his sector, we need to take the left side of the field and the goal and make that our sector and help protect that, because he is not actively there to do that, right? But we kind of go in the same sector. You flip forward trying to make up time and then, you know, end up overextending. Serenity does the same thing. You both flip upfield, and then Tay simply just blasts this over your guys' heads, right? And then it's just tough angles. The only way you could have probably saved this is jumping right now and trying to cut this off on the wall. Don't let this even don't let this bounce off the back wall without you touching it somehow. But that's the only way you're going to save this ball, because it's just too late. Too little, too late. That's why we need to, you know, the spacing is really important, especially our teammates' ball chasey. If they're in a sector of the field, if they're in their little quadrant ready to go for it, or, you know, near the ball, they're probably going to go for it. And I would say 9 times out of 10 in Champ 1, they're going to. So that's why we need to just give our teammates space. didn't give them space that time, and we paid for it a little bit. There we go. Good kickoff. Great clear off the wall from your teammate. And good support of it. A little bit of a misplay. It happens. You know, you gotta make something happen though, right? With down 2 goals, so I don't mind it. I don't know if I love going for full boost in this situation. Just I'm a big component of or a big proponent. I'm a big advocator. That's a better word. Of just getting these little boost pads and then turning this way, right? Right now we're at 98 boost. Is that true? No, we're low. Either way, we can still get a lot of boost just from little boost pads and be in this play and maybe be in a spot to go for this. So that's where I get worried about going for big boost pads. So also now right here, this is a great example of where we want to. Serenity now has this quadrant of the field. It's hard to draw a quadrant when you're looking so flat, but this left side of the field, it's basically Serenity's for the most part. You can protect the corner, the net, and the right side of the field if the ball were to leak that way. But we kind of extend forward. Oh, it goes off the corner. Just a battery then. My bad. I completely thought this did something else. Just stay in net more. He got dunked. Just stay in the net more, and you have a better angle at that. You know. I like to stay in the net until I know exactly that the ball is cleared or it's in a spot where it's safer to go. It's boring sometimes. It's not a fun way a lot of people like to play, but it's safe and it leads to a very solid defense. And this is kind of what you have to do on defense. It's all about how well you can recover is how much you can get away with. Good patience. Let's go. Yeah, that's a tough demo. Good job from the other side. Go up. Good touch. Could have been slightly better touch, but that's, you still beat the one guy, so that's good. Great job taking control of that ball. Doesn't quite work out. You guys have good pressure. It's what you need when you're down so much. You should keep playing away. And then you try to dribble it. Very good. Try to get something going. Great save. So this is where game sense, this game is a great example of why we care about game sense, right? We care about game sense because it's, it'll lead to better defense and more efficient goals. And if you think about it, the best way to win a game is to not let the other team score and to score yourself. That's how you win at Rocket League, guys. Fun fact. You got to score and you can't let them score more than you, at least. So the best way to do that is just, be solid on defense. Know what your teammate likes to do. This teammate, Serenity, loved to go for the ball. Whenever the ball was near him, he turned and went for it. And ultimately, I don't think that was a bad thing. It's a good, aggressive teammate. I just don't think we used them to his full potential. We didn't get them a lot of passes to the middle. We didn't support them in a way where when they, they can go out and do their thing. And if they messed up, we're not there to help keep the pressure or follow through, right? So a lot of it was a spacing issue, it seemed. You're just getting a little too close to what Serenity was doing. And Serenity was losing challenges pretty hard. So, that's something else you got to factor into. There's, this ultimately comes with playing more, watching more videos about game sense and understanding these concepts, and just slowing down sometimes, spacing out, giving people space. Hopefully this video helped you out, Saucy. If you guys liked the video, please like, comment, subscribe. If you want your replay analyzed, head over to my Discord, drop the replay in the coaching section, and I will do this whole replay analysis thing for free for you. So, if you like this coaching content, I appreciate it. Like that video. And yeah, just thank you guys so much. We'll see you in the next one.